Hey everyone, Shemim here, and we are back with a brand new season and a brand new set of Champions League games. But first of all, I'm a bit confused because over the past, obviously, couple of seasons, I've been begging the board for us to get our own stadium, and they said no. I've just realised we have actually got our own stadium. The Victoria Stadium is now solely ours. Everyone else seems to have moved, which is pretty cool. So Victoria Stadium, as we said previously, we are currently upgrading to add an extra 1,113 seats. So we're actually upgrading it by more than 30%, which is about 33%, which is actually quite good, isn't it, really? The Victoria Stadium itself, as you can see, we are the only team, as well as the national side, that run on this pitch, which is pretty cool. However, I do believe if some of the other teams have a bigger game, for example, as we see here, Europa FC, they play, or they all move now. Maybe they've all moved now, because all these games were last season. Maybe this is a new thing of this year. We'll have to double check, because if we look, say we go to Magpies, for example, look at their facilities. They're at the Devil's Tower Camp, which is where all the other teams currently play. So maybe this will be just our stadium this year. We'll have to have a look and see how it all pans out. But today we have got a home and away, or an away and home leg against Lech Poznan in the Champions League first qualifying stage. And let's have a look at what we've done in the summer. So it's not been too mad. I mean, we let quite a lot of players leave, including Matt Blake going to Europa FC, which is a really good move for Matt Blake. He wasn't getting a lot of football with us, so we decided to let him leave. Again, just to really improve the nation. As well as that, we've got lots of loans. So Martin Ovell has gone to Europa FC for the season, which is really good. Hopefully he'll get a lot of first team football there. Lee Smith, as well as Warren Blair, have both headed out to St. Joseph's for the season on loan. St. Joseph's are in the Euro 2 league, I think, or something. Well, they're in Europe either way. Yunus Arab is going to go back out to Glasses United for another season, which is nice. Mark Greenwood has gone to Man 62, apparently, as a first choice player for them. He's been out on loan quite a lot, actually, Mark Greenwood, so hopefully he's going to continue to develop. Stuart Spooner has gone out to Glasses United on loan as well. I didn't think he was that great, to be honest, but that 16 finishing has obviously made him quite well thought of. Francisco Abad, I don't know if we've gone through this guy before, but he's a player that I brought solely because he was 16, and I thought I'd see how he got on, and he has developed okay so far, but Lions have asked for him on loan for the season, and you know what? Why not? Why not let them have him, see how he gets on there for a season. They've also taken Daniel Hancock on loan, as well as Nikolaj Vestergaard, another player who I brought because he was 16, but again, stats-wise, he's doing pretty well at the moment. So those are the players that went out this year. Now the players that have come in. Lee Victor, a young goalkeeper. My scouts went absolutely crazy when they found this lad. I probably could have got him cheaper, but I went for the free transfer option, which gave Lincoln Red Imps the, compensation. Now, I didn't need to do that, but I've got 30-odd million in the bank, and I want to continue helping the other clubs in this nation, and I thought that it'd be a good idea to give them a little bit of money and hopefully boost them a bit this season. I know it's probably counterproductive, but there you go. Also, I brought in Silviu Andrescu, good goalkeeper by the looks of it. Moldovan, again, another one my scouts found. He'd been released from his club, Sheriff Tiraspol, so great to have him in. Then the two big spends of the summer. We got two players, both from the same club in Paraguay. First of all, we got Miguel Eraldi. I think our scouts must have just gone to one random Paraguayan game and come back with this lad who looks fantastic, who can play centre-back, CDM and left-back. And then the weird thing is, this guy can play centre-back, CDM or right-back, and that is Eduardo Zaracho. So both of them look like fantastic players, so really happy to get them both in. We also signed Hugo Aguilar from a Uruguayan club. The scout must have gone to a, is it Copa del Reyes or whatever? I can't remember what it's called now, but the South American Champions League, because he looks like a fantastic player as well. And then, oh yeah, I made a mistake. I accidentally released Arab at the end of the season, so I had to sign him back up on a free transfer. So he shows on there as a player we've signed up. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good window so far. I mean, we let a lot of players go, It doesn't show everyone because we did let a lot of players leave on free transfers or released players. There we go, all these players left on releases as well. As you can see, Yunus Arab was the one that accidentally released. Max Haygarth is out there. We've had him for a couple of seasons now. Not really done that much for us, so he's out there available. This mouse is doing my head in. Roman Thompson, he's wanted as well by a few clubs. Europa FC will probably pick him up. Jake Watts has already gone to Europa FC. James Griffiths is available as well. He's wanted by Red Imps, Europa FC and Lynx. Stuart Hayworth is wanted by Lincoln Red Imps and Europa FC. So there's a lot of young players that we aren't really good enough for us that we've let go out. Magpies have already picked up Matthew Llewellyn. Bloody mouse. Ed Setchell has gone to Glasses United. He's actually not a bad player, to be honest. Oh, this double mouse click is doing my head in. Bellaramo Diaz, another player I released. Again, another one of these 16-year-olds I signed, just see what happened. He's wanted by Kelm, whoever the hell they are. Harry Green has had a bid from Magpies to join there. So I just thought I'd release all these players and see what happens. And the idea was that other clubs in the nation would pick them up and hopefully it would improve them. Alex Victor, young goalkeeper, wanted by Boca Juniors. And then finally, Yunus Arab, of course, we signed back up and loaned out to Glasses United. So there we go. That's what we've done so far in the window. Today, like I said, we've got an away game against Lech Poznan before a home game to Lech Poznan. We've also got Juventus and Al Fayr, both because of clauses in sales. I probably should cancel these because they screw us over more than anything, to be honest with you. But they're down to players that we've sold to these two clubs, and they've done this. So let's get straight into this Lech Poznan game. I've already set the team up, so we're ready to go. We have got some debutants. I wasn't going to make all these debuts in the first game, but I noticed that the 3 new South American players, so Zoracho, Araldi, and Aguilar, they've all got pretty good match fitness because they have been playing in South America still, so that's the reason why I'm starting all 3 of those. But this is the team we've gone with. So Thomas Martinho in goal. On the left, making his debut, is going to be Miguel Araldi. The 2 centre-backs are going to be Mark Pope, and he'll be playing alongside David Taylor. On the right, we stick with Dan Martin, the young Welshman. I wasn't going to start him. I was going to start Chow, whatever his name is, the Brazilian. But this guy had better match fitness, so I thought I'd give him the opportunity. Diamande, the captain now, plays alongside the other debuting Paraguayan Eduardo Zoracho. Out on the left, making his debut as well, is Hugo Aguilar. Aguilera, even. Aguilar. George Martin continues on in the cam position. We have on the right Adam Hlozek. And your striker today is going to be Nicholas Schubert. There we go. So one thing I have noticed this summer as well is... let me just make sure I'm going to do with the underdogs this one. Yeah, we go. One thing I have noticed in the summer is that now when I reject offers from clubs in England, the players don't get too depressed. They understand now that we are a good team. We got to the Europa League knockout stage. We knocked out Sporting Lisbon convincingly last season. These players know that there's a big future if they do stick around here, so they're not as angry if I do say no to some offers now, which is good. Adam Hlozek being the main one. We got an offer from Colorado. Colorado are desperate to get a Hlozek, but we got an offer of, I think it went up to 850k in the end for Hlozek, and I said no. Because I think he's a really good player. I mean, that sort of money... talking of money, we have to look at the clauses in between this game and the next one, because I believe there's another big clause we can sell. But yeah, I think it's a lot of money, but if we sold him... Bearing in mind this guy went for 14 million a few seasons ago, I think he's worth a lot more than that. A good bit of work there by Aguilera and Schubert. And it looks like it's going to be a corner. We're doing pretty well here in the first couple of minutes. Lech Poznan are the favourites for this game. So I think now that we technically... I don't know if we own the Victoria Stadium. I don't think we do own it, but we are the only club using it at this point in time. So I'm happy to start throwing money into that stadium rather than looking to build our own. Like I said already, we're going from a 2,000-seater up to a 3,100-seater. That's fantastic. At the end of the season, hopefully we would have built up even more of a fan base to be able to push it up even more. But at the moment, everything's just going so quickly. Because of the money we got from Liverpool, it's all been down to that, I think it was Dominic Greenwood sale. It's all been down to him. It's been absolutely incredible since then. We've earned so much money off that, and it's just helped us advance where we are now. And then you've got other things like, the couple of players we brought from Lincoln Red Imps, which we've sold now to bigger clubs in the UK for large amounts of money. Well, large amounts of sell-on fee anyway. But that sort of sell-on fee thing just looks like an absolute steal this season. It's a bit like, you always find these sort of... It's not really an exploit, is it? It's my own fault because, like I said at the very beginning of the very first episode, the things that I did change to make this more doable was that I gave every nation in the world a equal youth rating. And I also gave us good youth academy and youth setup. So we were always going to bring through some good young players to help us in the process. And that is what's earned us tons of money so far. These good young players have just done us so well. And of course the players we brought from Lincoln Red Imps, it was Wayne Hill that went to Manchester City. I tried to get him on loan this season, Wayne Hill, which he was happy to come to us on loan, but Man City wanted his full wages, which is 16k at the moment. So I'm not paying that. I mean, we can afford it, don't get me wrong, but I don't really want to pay it. Come on. Tackle him, good tackle. And they're in, and they've scored. Thomas Bezdega. The worrying thing, I don't know how this works now. If we get knocked out in the first qualifying stage, do we still go into the Europa League qualifying stages? I don't quite know. We've been quite unlucky because I looked at the other teams that are in the qualifiers here, and there's some much easier ones. We got Lech Poznan, which is... It's tricky because they are a good team. I mean, you look at the Maltese teams and the San Marino teams and that sort of stuff, and we've ended up with Lech Poznan. But of course, we want to do as well as possible. We want to get as far as we can in this competition, just so, essentially, we can help the nation. That's the thing I'm doing now, because we've obviously reached the level where we're really good. Our next targets now are to just continue growing as a club, continue buying great players, and just continuing to try and help the other clubs in the nation. I've noticed that a couple of the other clubs this season have become professional, which is great, and I've noticed that they're all sort of doing a bit better than what they were. So hopefully we'll get more and more. It would be great to see every club in the nation become professional. I want to see a better shown in the second half. There we go. Because that, I think, would be a big move for them. I would also like to see us get the international job, which at the moment I don't know is very likely because the international manager's doing such a great job because he's got so many fantastic players. They're going up and up and up in the international FIFA rankings. They're about 160th now in that, so they're getting there. They're still not a fantastic team, but they're getting stronger and stronger. Right, so we're still losing 1-0, which is not terrible, to be honest. I'm going to make a couple of changes. I'm going to bring on Jay Maguire. I'm going to bring on Darren Jenkins, and I'm going to bring on Kondwami Silaguma, whatever his name is. And just get a bit of fresh legs. I think we'll be okay with this. Then in the second leg at home, we're going to have to try and push and get the better result. We dominated possession again. We have more shots than them. Just we didn't really do much, did we? That's the problem. So I'm going to say that I'm not happy with performance. Let's fire them up and get them ready for the second leg, which we're going to get straight into now. Right, while we're here, before the game starts, let's have a quick look and see what we're being offered for some of the clauses. Because as you can see, there's quite a lot of pound signs here. So first of all, Juventus are offering us 1.5 million to write off Beasley's clause. Now, I'm surprised they even brought him, to be honest. I don't think he's going to be worth anywhere near that. So that might be worth actually taking, but that's 1.5 million. We'll take that because I don't think he's ever going to progress that far. Danny Fernandez, 366 for the 4.5k after another 20. Oh no, that's fine. We'll leave that as it is. 602k for the buyout. He's worth 1.1 million. So they're willing to give me what he's worth now, which is probably not bad, to be honest. Are they going to sell him? He's 27 years old. He's never going to progress too much, is he? Let's maybe just get rid of that one. We'll sell that clause. We'll sell that clause as well. That just gets him off the list, doesn't it? Next up, Alan Gavizzo. 2.48 million from Juventus. I'm going to let that one sit for a bit because I think he's going to be good. Christian Ghazi. Again, a player I'm surprised they purchased, but again, I'm going to leave that. He's only 20 years old. I'll leave that one to continue developing. Daniel Harris-Arnold from Sheffield United, 1.75 million. See, he's 21 years old, and he's not really progressed a lot, has he? I mean, he did play a full season for Accrington in the Division 1B last year. Oh, that's nearly 2 million quid in it. I might leave that one. Sam Surridge, 1.34 million from Stoke. He's worth 4.6 million. I might leave that one as well. And Liverpool's always good. What? Liverpool have offered another 9 million. Why have you offered 9 million for this lad? He's terrible. Why are you doing this, Liverpool, to yourself? You just keep giving me money. Well, we're taking that. We'll have that 9 million quid straight away. Nice, nice, nice. So 1.4 million, 602k, 9 million. Where's that put our finances at now? 42 million pounds. We should be just going big, should we really? The problem is, I've had a look at the players that are available for us, and the high value ones, they're not exactly very good. I mean, Jonathan Lecco, look, his stats are not that great. So I don't really want to buy any of these players. I want to buy... there's Lewis Clifford, who's a youngster. See, his stats aren't that great either. I think we've got better players. I mean, he's worth 2.8 million and they want 975k for him. I just think we can do much better. I really do think we've got much better. If we look at the scouted players we've got at the moment, so it's saying Lewis Griffiths. So he's quite good. 300k. Estimated cost 22 point... What? So we can get him for 22.5k. That's not very likely, I don't think. There's this guy. Reckon we can get him for up to 1.1 million. He looks pretty decent as well. 18-year-old Moroccan. So we do have some good players on our list, but I think at the moment I'm very happy with the squad. We could be losing another one here as well. Jay Maguire is currently under offer from Inter Milan. It's 36.5k. But I have managed to squeeze in there, of course, the 50% sell-on fee. Anyway, let's get straight into the game. I've set the team up already. We've got James Dean back on loan. I thought, why not? He's Gibraltarian, it's going to help us out. He sits on the bench for today's game. We're also going to give a debut here to Silviu Andrescu, the Moldovan goalkeeper. On the left, we're going to stick with Miguel Arraldi. The two centre-backs stay the same as well, with Mark Pope playing alongside David Taylor. We stick with Dan Martin at right back as well. The two CDMs today are going to be Mamadou Diamande, and he'll be playing alongside Wayan Sirigar. His match fitness is not as high, but I just know how good he is at free kicks, and that can make a big difference here today. Aguilera continues on at the left attacking mid spots. George Martin continues on as the cam. We stick with Adam Hlozek on the right, and of course with Nicholas Schubert as the striker. Now, they were the favourites for the first leg in Lech Poznan, and we are the favourites for this game. So let's tell them to go out there and avenge our previous loss, and let's tell them to get us into the next round of the Champions League. Come on, lads. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. The quality is there. We've had 4 shots in the first 4 minutes and 82% possession. That's what we need, but we need the goal. Right, there's a highlight early on. Andrescu, on his debut, the young goalkeeper. I think we'll give a bit of a mixture of first-team football between him and Martinho this season. They both look pretty good. We've just loaned out Jerome Pitaluga, our young Gibraltarian goalkeeper, to Lincoln Red Imps. They've taken a couple of our players in the last couple of days, actually. Here's Hlozek, back to Martin. Here's Sirigar. Diamande. Back to Sirigar. Back to Taylor. Come on, lads. Big ball forward. Schubert heads it on to Hlozek, who gets round the outside of the defender. He's in the box. Cuts it back. Aguilera! His first goal for the club. Hugo Aguilera, 10 minutes into the game, gets us the all-important goal to get us back level in this current tie. That's the word I'm looking for. Great ball in. Aguilera. Fantastic header. Only going in the back of the net. This is a packed out stadium here today as well, isn't it? Real packed out stadium. So now it's all to play for, but they have the advantage because of the away goals at this point in time. So we need to beat them now. We need to score more goals than them at this point in time. That's the words I'm looking for. We can't win by 1 goal or draw. We need to win by 2 goals. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, wow. Thomas Bazegga, however you pronounce that, has just walloped it in from 20 yards, and that's the away goal. That means we're going to need 2 more goals now tonight. 1 will not be enough. We need to win this game by 2 clear goals. We need to win 3-1 or 4-2 or 5-3 or 6-4, whatever it's going to be. That's a hell of a hit, that is. A hell of a hit. That's annoying. That's their first shot on target as well. Come on, lads. We can still do this. We can still do this. If not, I'm going to have to look at changing formation in the second half, I think. Try to be a bit more aggressive, but at the moment, yeah, it's not looking ideal, is it? Alright, I mean, if you can get a goal before half-time, I'll be fairly confident we can do this. Slozak. Bringing the ball down the right. Come on, lad. Into Martin. Into the middle. Aguilera's there. It's going to bounce back to Martin, though. Here's Sirigar into Hlozek. He's going to pass or he's going to shoot? He passes back to Martin. Puts it wide. The chance is there, though. The chance is definitely there. Diamande to Eraldi. Here's Pope. Eraldi plays it back to Andrescu. Come on, let's get another goal before half-time. Here's Pope once again. Forward to Eraldi out on the left. Plays it into Diamande. Sirigar. Here's Martin. Into Hlozek, who's got some space to run. Into the box, takes a shot, saved by Karkowski. Throw once again, it's Dan Martin. It's caught though by Rybakski. Good lad. Sirigar. We are dominating though at this point in time. We look like we could be getting close to getting a goal, but it's just... Yeah, I think I might need to just change things about a bit in the second half. Oh, ball over the top. Don't want to have a second striker for the second half, maybe. Oh, Hlozek steals the ball. That takes a shot. The thing is, do we need to change it? I mean, we're dominating the game. We need to score 2 goals, but we're dominating the game at this point in time. Tons more possession, tons more shots. We're just not scoring the goals. That's the tricky thing at this point in time. I'm going to tell them that I want to see a much better start to the second half. Let's give them 15 minutes to see what they can do. And if not, we're going to have to change things up a bit. They've done nothing in the first 10. Right, here we go. The changes are coming then. Aguilar's going to drop back to the left mid. Hlozek drops back to the right mid. Aguilar, can you play there? That's not ideal for you, is it? Not ideal at all. We can bring on Reyes if we need to. Let's bring off Diamande, who's been booked. I want to take off a CDM, but I feel like Diamande is the best option because he's been booked and Sirigar's free kicks could become useful. Do we also want to change anything else? Let's just do that for now. Let's give that a good 10-15 minutes, see how that works. But having the second striker up front could make a difference. Now Wiki's ball forward. Pope heads it back to Martin. Big ball out wide. Find him Adam Hlozek, who cuts inside the box. Oh, past another defender. Hosek. Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been absolutely fantastic by Adam Hosek there. Showing his ability in this game. Sirigar now with the corner. Ball comes in. Bounce around everywhere, but George Martin picks it up. Can he punt it back in the box? He does. Aguilera's there. He heads it over the top. Oh my god, there's so many opportunities. We're just not scoring the blimmin' goals. Who else have we got? I mean, how is Aguilera? He does have a goal, but he's not necessarily playing very well, is he? What can we change here? What is going to make a difference in this game? These are all defensive changes. We've got Jenkins, but Hložek is playing... Well, saying that, Hložek's playing a 6.5 as well. Okay. We're going to have to change things back up then. Let's go back to this. It's even more aggressive now. We're going to bring on Jenkins in place of Schubert. And then we're going to change them around. Inside forward attacking. Hložek playing as an advanced forward. The only difference I can make now is just bringing on Reyes for the last few minutes. We're going to have to go attacking. Not very attacking, just attacking. And then we're going to have to bring on Reyes for Aguilera, just see if that makes any difference. We're going to go very attacking. We're going to go a much higher tempo. We're going to run at the defence. We're going to be more expressive. Let's see if that makes any differences. Where's the confirm button? There you go, confirm changes. We need 2 more goals in the last 8 minutes. 1 is not enough, we need 2 because we're going to go out on goal difference. Come on, lads. Oh my god, we're getting knocked out already. Oh. We got so badly done over by that draw. I mean, there were so many different clubs we could have got in this draw. And we ended up with probably the hardest. We were seeded as well, that was the annoying thing. But to go from where we were last season, I mean, getting points away in the group stages at Boa Vista and stuff like that. And now George Martin gets a goal. I mean, it's great, don't get me wrong, but we need another one. One's not enough, we need another one. And there's only 30 seconds remaining. It's a good bit of play. Jenkins running through the middle, plays it into Martin, who slams it into the back of the net. Great, but we need another one in the next 30 seconds. Otherwise, we're out on goal difference. And we're out. Damn. I mean, they were the favourites, but still, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. What does that do with us now, though? Does that put us into... We get the Euro Cup 2 we're in now. We're in the Euro Cup 2, not the Euro Cup... Well, that should be not too bad, actually. So we've got Virtus Aquaquiva, whatever they're called. San Marino League. That should be easy enough to get through. 241k to get knocked out. So, yeah, we've got Virtus and Virtus. Okay. So that'll be our next episode then, playing against Virtus. This should be a very easy 2-legged affair for us. So I should be able to play some different players as well. I don't know if we're going to invest any more in players this season, because if we're not in the Champions League or the main... But then again, the Euro 2 Cup is one that we could possibly go on and do very well in. If you look at the teams that are in it, there's a chance we could do pretty well in this. I don't know, I'll see how I feel. I'll see how we get on next episode and see how we get on. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.